just use my spindle gouge and take a bit off. So that's a reasonable fit. I mean, it needs cleaning up quite a lot and turning, but now that I've done that, I hadn't noticed there's a bit of a fault in this this wood. So if I was goes all the way through, you see that? It's like it's almost like a saw cut, which may have been done, I suppose, when they were putting the workbench in or something like that, which I hadn't noticed before. But you know, for the purposes of tonight, it's fine. I guess it'll do. So I'm just trying to round off the top of the Tealight holder, and as I say, shape's up to you. And if you have a plain bit of wood, you might want to put some texturing on it or something like that, or decorate it. I've done ones with the Joe Sonia iridescent paints before, just on the top. And I say the shape can be anything really, but just to get a better finish, I'll do a push cut across the top. I'll try and do a push cut across the top. And that's a much nicer finish. I don't think you can see that on there. And hopefully that'll still fit. Oh, see, I've taken a bit off and it doesn't fit anymore. Sod's law, eh? So maybe, you maybe you should finish the top before you put the hole in, but I don't like that idea either, really. Forcing a bit, of course, leaves a hole in the bottom, from the point, but there's no hole in this, so it just gets covered up. So there you go. That's a Tealight holder. As I say, I'd sand that down, seal it, polish it, and eventually stick the Tealight in there. But obviously, you've got to do something with the spigot, because I don't want the spigot left on. So what I've got is a little jam chuck here, which goes in here. Jam chuck with a spigot on that fits my lathe, a nice dovetail. So, but for the purposes of this, it'll be okay in here, I think. And this is just a 41mm spigot, effectively. If what time is it? If I was doing a Tealight holder for one of these glass inserts, this hole's got to be bigger, and that doesn't fit. So you either get yourself a bigger drill, or what I tend to do is open this up. If I use a drill in the first place, which generally I don't bother, I just use my spindle gouge. You can use a spindle gouge or a scraper or whatever, just to take that out. It doesn't take long. Just use a spindle gouge to open it out as you as you do for hollowing and that sort of thing. It's but in this case, 41mm is fine. So I've just got that on there. Just a tool set up. I just use my spindle gouge. Sometimes a bowl gouge just what's the hand really, but spindle gouge tends to be better for this, or I find it better. Just to take the spigot off. It's obviously not a great fit in there. Move the rest a bit. Just taking little cuts. I don't want it to catch or fly off now, because in theory you've finished all this, you've spent a lot of time on it, you've sanded it, you've sealed it, waxed it. You don't want to mess it up just at the end. And believe me, it's soul destroying when you do. And as they say, don't ask me how I know. So you usually end up with a little pip like that, which you can sew off or use your skew chisel to get it off once you take it off the lathe. I tend to just stick down a little bit further. I mean, you know that you've got the Tealight on the spigot, you've got this in, it shouldn't come off, it shouldn't fly off. I don't take this down too far, but just makes it easier to get it off when you take it off. Hopefully that'll do. If you had a nice tight jam chuck on there, then you could take it off and just take it off altogether, but that's obviously not tight enough to do that. So I would have to use my little saw, which I haven't brought with me, to get that off, because that's not. Oh, there you go. It's come off. So we'll just take that off. and then sand the bottom. And I have a little arbor that I can fit in here as well. That's got the hook and loop grip on. I can put the hook and loop sandpaper on that, and I can just sand that bottom off like that, which is just to make it easier. I haven't brought it tonight. So there you go. That's stage one. So you just have to imagine it's all sanded and sealed and polished. And do you can hand it around if you want. Do you want to hand it around?
Yeah.